organisms and food in India and other developing countries. And of course, you all know how devastating the effect has been in small and marginal farmers in developing countries like India and Sierra Leone, where the farmers were duped into adopting genetically modified seeds for their agriculture with the promise that it would give them higher yields and with lower investment in terms of cropping ingredients like water, electricity, herbicides, pesticides, but it did not pan out that well. Over the past 20 years, there have been about 2,500 farmers suicide in India alone. We don't have the figures for Sierra Leone because they couldn't make it. They went into a debt trap, and they consumed the pesticides they bought to fight off the different varieties of pests that attack their crop. And so what I'm here to speak about is not about the suicides and the morbidity in India, but here, because everything starts here in the United States. The United States has the highest concentration of genetically modified food on its shelves. And this culture is sustained because Americans are continuing to buy these products. A system can only sustain if there are consumers. So the only thing we can do is to buy non-genetically modified stuff. But how do we know what is genetically modified and what is not genetically modified? There are certain labeling companies that are not franchised by the FDA for good reason that we can look out for. We all know about it. But they are so expensive. They break our banks. So how do we get our health, take our health back in our own hands? North Carolina and South Carolina are primarily, it has vast areas of farmland. There are a lot of farmers in these two states. And the problem is the supply chain is set up in such a way that we don't have access to the good food. There are a few farmers markets around here, but not enough. And they might be, quite inaccessible to certain populations, demographic or, location-wise or socioeconomic status-wise. So the thing is, over the past couple of months, I have become involved with this NC-wide group called Reweaving North Carolina, and we are trying to create an alternative economic system in North Carolina. We are also working with the Rainforest Action Network and Clean Energy Coalition and create a better and sustainable future for North Carolinians, for us and our kids and our grandkids. So the plan now is to find out an alternative production economy, an alternative sourcing economy for good food, because it's out there. Not everything is out of hand, not everything is corporatized. There are small farmers, there are marginal farmers, there are producers of good food who are still human beings, who are not driven by their profit money. So we need to fight those people out and support them. We need to align ourselves with the people who still feel that food should be personal and not corporate. So if you are interested, we are trying to set up a cooperative food supply system. We have a lot of friends in the farming, both produce and dairy farming community, and they are willing to give us their produce at a competitive rate. If you would be interested in investing in this this adventure almost, we will create this system for ourselves, this environment for ourselves, because we cannot trust the government or any agency to build it up for us, or try to help us. The government and the state agencies and most of the profits are brought over completely bought over by the corporates. So it's time for us to wake up to this clarion call and work towards building a better future for ourselves. If you are interested to know more about reweaving and food cooperatives in general, you can email me at droy5, DROY5 at uncc.edu, or you can find me on the Millions Against Monsanto webpage. I'm under a freedom song. Thank you for your time and attention, and I'll be around if you have any questions. Thank you.